Hello stalkers, welcome back to the channel where you get regular updates on Dubai and Abu Dhabi stock market. Today's video will be very interesting as I'm sharing some important details. Do watch it till the end and do not miss out on any part of this video. Guys, before I start analyzing the markets, let me tell you something. I wish and I hope that I'm wrong today, because the way I'm looking at the market, it's really looking very scary. Anyways, let's start analyzing. I'm on the weekly chart, that is higher time of DFM market index, that is Dubai Financial Market. Look at this, guys. We have been trending up right from this area, that is around 3980 zone. This is the fresh leg to the upside. This was the low and this is the high. So this is our swing number one, right? So if at all we can see a straight move, this is considered to be a parabolic move. On the way up, we are not seeing any sort of correction. We did not see any pullback, or at least 20% of the move to the upside. This is not very healthy, as I keep mentioning. If at all market comes down for a correction, when it goes up, it's healthy. If at all we see parabolic move, these moves are not sustainable. Most of the time we will see a deeper correction. By the way, my chart is a bit messy. You are seeing many support and resistance lines, so please avoid it. We will just focus on this move as of now. So what this swing is telling us, on the way up we did not have any good retracement or a correction phase. Now let's go back a little and see how the market was performing here. We can see in this phase right here a drop to the downside, market went up sideways, and then again we are seeing upside momentum. So this is a nice and healthy move to the upside. Let's go a little down here. This is the place where we saw the rally starting right here. That was at the lowest of the COVID zone around in 2020 month of April. From here we are seeing nice healthy momentum to the upside. This was the recovery phase in the market, and from here we can see this move, as I just mentioned, is nice right here. This leg to the upside is healthy. Previous legs were also healthy. We can see nice sufficient rest or correction during the upside momentum. But this leg is very scary. I'm repeating again, right from this zone 3980 till about 5393 points. This leg did not have enough of correction. So if at all I have to mark the corrections on the chart, if I use my Fibonacci retracement tool and place it right at the top, minimum retracement that I'm expecting after it created a top around this zone, that is 5393. First stop is at around 5000 points. Most likely I think it should sustain here. If at all it does not, then we are coming down into this zone, that is between 4790 and 4615. So we can mark this zone. This is more important, because if at all market retraces 50% of this move to the downside, this would be considered healthy. Although I'm not saying this is not good, this will be more good. If at all there is strength in the market, then most likely what will happen is we may see a small retracement till about 5000 points, and from here it will start to recover. Otherwise we may see a small bounce and then it may come into this zone. This is the demand zone, that is a strong area of support, as I mentioned, between 4615 and 4790. So this is the way I'm looking at the market as of now. Yes, correction has started, as I have been mentioning again and again that a correction is due, and I think we have already entered the correction phase. Now on the weekly chart, if at all we see a dip and a small move to the upside, do not consider this to be a bullish phase or upside trend. This will be just a dead cat bounce. As we see during a downtrend, market moves up, it corrects itself and then makes a new low. Again it goes up, makes a new low. Similarly in an uptrend, when it goes up, it comes down for a correction, makes a new high, a correction and a new high. So we may go through this phenomena now, because we are starting a correction phase of this strong move to the upside. Overall, on the weekly chart, DFM market index is still bullish. We are starting a correction phase. If I go down to daily, clearly we can see bearish price action has started. Right here I have been mentioning that this was the first correction that we saw in the market after this momentum. When it broke past this area of resistance, I had mentioned correction is over. Now from this zone onwards, 5393, again the correction is due after this leg to the upside, and this is a minor leg. This is not a big leg that we are talking about. I am talking about this zone right from here on the daily chart till about this zone. We want to see a healthy correction, because if we see on the daily chart, we can see a move to the upside, a strong downside move. This was due to the news. Again, market went up. This is healthy. This is a nice healthy correction in the market. From here we are seeing almost upside momentum. No sufficient pullback that we can say correction was made, so we can consider this as a strong parabolic move to the upside. And now we can see this is the only phase where correction is seen. If I have to adjust the chart, check this out. This is the correction phase right from here. This was a small correction phase. There is no correction. This is a pause. This was a minor correction, and this was due to the news. So this is the only correction phase starting that I think for this move to the upside that will cover the retracement of this leg. Hopefully this retracement is not deeper. As I just mentioned, I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully we see small correction and a recovery phase. Otherwise, market is looking a bit weaker. There are chances we may see market going in 4,500, 4,600 zone, as I just mentioned on the weekly chart. Now, scenario number 2. If at all market has finished its correction at a minor support zone that is at 5,115 points, which I highly doubt. If at all we can reverse and close above this zone that is 5,393, this is our resistance area, we will consider that correction is over. Otherwise, till the time it continues downside momentum, we will consider market under pressure. So overall, to summarize, DFM market index is bullish, no doubt. We are seeing strong upside momentum, and now it's starting its correction. I personally think this time it will be a deeper correction. Hopefully I am wrong. Similar scenario in ADX market index, that is Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange. I am on the weekly chart. Clearly we can see a move was going up, and this was the triangle pattern that it was trading in right after the breakout. If at all you are watching my analysis regularly, you know I have been mentioning that this breakout we did not see a strong momentum to the upside. Most of the candles were indecisive. They were dodgy candles. Check this out, very small candles. Usually what happens when a market is trading within a symmetrical tight range, it creates contraction of volatility, it builds energy so that it can explode to the upside aggressively. This time we did not see, as I had mentioned earlier as well, so I was very skeptical. Again, we are seeing a big correction in ADX market. We can see for the last 3 weeks market has been printing red candles. Friday session we saw aggressive selling. This was a big drop. If at all you know, our marked support zone is working out perfectly fine. Check this out, how beautifully market has respected this zone, that is 9,404 points. We can see a good bounce right into this zone, but will this survive? I really doubt. There are very good chances we may go a bit higher and then break past this resistance zone. So now I can clearly confirm this was not a perfect symmetrical triangle pattern breakout. This was very weak. We can consider this as a fake breakout. Market will now correct itself, come down lower, build its energy, and then potentially we will see upside momentum. On the weekly chart, yes, we can already see a negative price action. We are seeing correction has started after this move to the upside. We saw bullish momentum from 8,700 onwards, and from here we are seeing all upside. And from here market moved up till about 9,653. From here, for the last 3 weeks, market is under pressure. Although we are seeing a tight consolidation here, this was the symmetrical triangle pattern that was not very aggressive, or we can say the breakout was not very aggressive. So this is the block order of the market. If at all it does not sustain into this pocket right here, this is strong demand zone that is between 9,352 till 9,404 points. If at all we can see market bouncing off from here and then when it clears this zone, that is 9653, we will consider market is now bullish, and from here again there are chances we may see upside momentum, market may start its bull trend. But looking at this scenario, I really doubt if at all there is strength in the market. Again, to repeat, if at all we see any bounces, then this will be considered as a dead cat bounce. There are chances we may see a new low. Strong support area as of now stands at 9160. This is the worry. If at all market drops from this zone, that is right here, we can see correction has started from this zone, and if we go till about 9160 points, we are seeing a drop of 5% already. And I personally think this will be not enough for the market. There are very good chances we may again see this zone, that is 8500 to 8700 zone. I hope and I wish that I am wrong, as I mentioned earlier, but this is what my analysis is saying. If at all it continues down at important support zone, we may see sideways or some recovery, again a drop to the downside, sideways, a move to the upside, and then a drop. So this is a very crucial and very strong support for ADX market index, that is 8500, 8700. So let's see if at all market can show us some bullishness on the weekly chart and sustains. Let's go down to daily and see how the chart is looking. It's very scary, very scary. Check this out. Right after entering into this zone, that is 9653 to 9688, we tried 2 to 3 times. It was not able to survive. A drop, again a retest, and now it's continuing its downside momentum. So in Friday's session, we saw aggressive selling pressure. Support is still intact. I don't think so this will be holding up. This is just a bounce from the support zone. Most likely coming week we may see a bounce and then a continuation to the downside, or it can continue going down directly from here. As I mentioned, this area is order block of the market, that is this chart pattern. There are chances it will find some difficulty to break down. We may see some zigzags here, and then potentially we will see aggressive drop to the downside. Again, this is a scenario that I'm seeing, and I hope I'm wrong. I will now consider it bullish only when I see market breaking out above this zone, that is 9653. If at all market index can recover and close above this zone and retest it successfully, then we are extremely safe. There are chances we may see more upside momentum, that too aggressively, because the hurdle will be cleared and we may confirm that now correction phase is over. So I hope you have understood overall market momentum and the direction of the indexes. Overall ADX market is also going through a correction phase. I personally think there is more pain ahead. One of the stock that was looking really good and bullish was Multiply. It was looking very strong. Unfortunately, it gave away all the strength and now it's looking very bearish. But still, I have not given up the hope. There are still good chances we may see aggressive momentum in Multiply very soon. We can see previously it was at about this zone. The high of this stock is around 5+ dirhams. From here we are seeing aggressive move to the downside. It's been correcting. If at all we have to look at the time frame, then right from November 2022 onwards we are just seeing decline in this stock. Although they are acquiring new companies, they are investing aggressively in the market, their portfolio is swelling, but we are not seeing any good momentum in their share price. Obviously something is wrong somewhere. I personally, as a technical trader, I look at the charts and decide if at all there are any chances of price momentum either to the upside or to the downside. So the way I am looking at Multiply is still bullish. We are seeing downside momentum, as I just mentioned. Recently we saw a nice bullish chart pattern that was about to explode to the upside. I took some quantities here as well, but then unfortunately it was not able to sustain. It gave away all the gains. It even broke the support of 1.92. This was very negative. However, let me show you a bigger picture. If I go up to the weekly time frame and this is the biggest chart that I can see for Multiply. We can see it started trading right from this area, that is 6th of December 2021. From the day of listing itself, we saw aggressive selling pressure and then we saw a nice recovery. This was the peak right here, 5+ dirhams. Again from here we are seeing aggressive downside momentum. This is a strong decline. So the truth is, yes, this stock is aggressively going down. It's not finding any strong demand zone. It's not respecting the support area. So we have a very little window remaining at the low. This is around 1.51. And as of now we are trading at 1.72. If at all it comes down into this zone, if it finds support, it will go up aggressively, because the reason is we are just going through selling pressure. There is no recovery. As in a uptrend, we want to see a recovery or adjustment or retracement so that we can expect more upside momentum. Similarly, in a downtrend, we are only seeing a one push to the upside and then a strong downside momentum. We did not see any recovery. So I am expecting a momentum to the upside that can benefit all of us. If at all we see this momentum, if I use my Fibonacci retracement tool, if at all we can get a move till about 50% of this drop to the downside, that is till about 2.93 to 3.17. This is the golden ratio of Fibonacci. So if price comes into this pocket, then you can imagine this move will be very big. It will be healthy and many of us can make good money. Now talking about the retracement, if I have to measure if it comes into this zone and if it goes up, so you can imagine we are seeing almost 100% gains. So if at all we can invest some money here, let it be any amount. Let's say even if we invest 1000 dirhams, right? If we invest 1000 dirhams, when it goes up, our investment will be times 2. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example. Do your own analysis, speak to your financial advisors, and then make your investment decision. But this pocket is looking very interesting to me. This is a strong demand zone, because right from this area, that is 1.50 to 1.56, from here we saw more than 100% or more than 200% gains. It hit 5.00. So this pocket, this area is very crucial for the market. I want to see how it reacts into this zone. Definitely we can take small quantities here into this area. I will be very bullish when I see price crossing this area, that is 2.05. If at all price can come down and then it goes up, this will be our confirmation that now bullish scenario is activated. From here we are looking at 3.00 area. So small quantities into this zone. Once it breaks past, we can add more quantities and we are targeting this area to offload our quantities. Overall, Multiply is in a strong downtrend. Anytime it can reverse. I hope today's video was helpful and interesting. Hit the like button to show your support. Thanks for watching. Keep stocking.